turn my nose.
Still alive, are you? Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be? No scratches, right? It'd last you a good while. Not bad, if I do say so myself. My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. That it? Fine.
Oh, that blasted book. You look like you could do with a drink. Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Those imps are going to break that
All
thing.
of them.
You just watch.
You put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
फिर से म्यूट पे था मैं यार, ये म्यूट करना बंद करना होगा मुझे सही में। पापा भूल जाता हूँ मैं म्यूट पे हूँ। हाँ ठीक है।
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Not to be outdone.
I thought I had it all worked out, but I'm buggered if I know where to find skyworm livers and drake's mint. Best hope everyone's favourite know-it-all can help us, eh?
Said her name was Yote. A friend of Sid's, you think?
योटे लिफ्ट के पास है, उससे भी बात कर लूँगा बाद में. बहुत साइड क्वेस्ट हैं यार मैंने.
Let me help. I know my letters. Most of them anyway.
Very well. The more eyes we have poring over these tomes, the sooner we'll find answers about these skies.
We all know that bearers have a resilience to the ill effects of ether. But don't you find it strange that there are those who, despite being free of magic's burden, can seemingly pass through a flood without consequence? I asked our luresman how this could be, and he suggested that it might have something to do with bloodlines. Many of the realm's dominants are born to specific families, you see. The Rasfields, the Lesages. So there must be something in those families' blood that provides them with the potential to become vessels for icons. But what about the ones who don't awaken? Could it be that this same potential provides them with something of the same immunity? Your uncle's recent travels with you across the ether-ravaged countryside would certainly suggest so. And yet, what about Gav? Well, in smaller, more isolated populations, bloodlines are less diluted. Hence, Shiva's dominant sometimes awakening in the child of a common northerner. And our scouts not having turned 100 times over.
No, guys. जैसे मैं कह रहा था बहुत ज़्यादा साइड क्वेस्ट हैं यार इधर. सिर्फ इधर नहीं है, पूरे जगह सारे जगह बहुत ज़्यादा साइड क्वेस्ट है. कुछ ज़्यादा ही मेन क्वेस्ट मैंने कर दिए बिना साइड क्वेस्ट करे. चलो अब धीरे धीरे करके करता हूँ सारे. अगला मेन क्वेस्ट शुरू करने से पहले.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Obtain some saint's bonnet on the Northreach coast. Blueback wyvern ना, ठीक है? अभी के लिए ये level up करता हूँ.
To you, my friend.
Ooh.
With the darkening skies,
Fear has once again taken hold of our hearts, and though I have not the power to dispel the gloom above, I should like to believe my tales help to lighten it below.
But be that as it may,
Turning our eyes from the problems which face us will not help to solve them. A mere tale cannot lighten the burden of those who must bear the weight of the world.
I have compiled some new entries.
Level
If you
6?
would like to see them?
Level 6? No.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Scholastic savant ही हूँ अभी भी.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Let me help.
Yeah.
I know my letters.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts.
Resilient हो या ना हो फिर भी एथर के फ्लड से अफेक्ट हो जाते हैं एंड में. ज़्यादा समय भले ही लगे. मैं लड़ा हूँ थोड़े आकाशिक चॉकोबोस के खिलाफ. Not reach. ओ ये चेंज हो गया इसका डिस्क्रिप्शन. रुकना. The holy capital, all but abandoned, not reach, is a town that has all but lost its purpose and now struggles to find a new identity. ये लॉस्ट हुई है ना. अब मेरे हिसाब से ये क्विंटन का होगा. क्वेस्ट खत्म. बहुत दूर है यार. यहाँ पे कोई नहीं है. उस तरफ कोई भी ऑब्लिक्स नहीं है यार. पूरा चल के जाना होगा.
And now you'd have us believe they're just gone.
I would. And I'd thank you to trust us. Unless you fancy picking up a sword yourself.
ये थोड़ा कोई क्यों था ये सोल्जर की आवाज.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt with. Yeah, but what if they come back? Is there anything we can do to help?
सही है. मदद करने को तैयार हैं ये लोग. दोनों के दोनों एक साथ है. मतलब मुझे लगता है दोनों को शायद एक साथ ही लड़ना पड़े शायद. वेल मान पड़ेगा. ये सेंट्स बोने आसान होंगे मेरे हिसाब से लेना.
To the meadows then.
That's what the captain said.
ओके यहाँ पे पहुंच ही गया हूँ लगभग. जा.
You said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby.
Okay.
Like blue dragons and flowers. Easy enough to spot.
कहाँ है? वो मार देगा इससे पहले कि मैं उसके पास पहुंच भी जाऊँ. अब मेरे लिए रुका. बहुत अच्छे है. ये मुझे पेट क्यों नहीं करने दे रहा? क्या हो रहा है? पेट क्यों नहीं करने दे रहा ये? ओके आकाशिक चॉकोबोस. Quest destination nearby. यहाँ पे ढूंढना होगा इतने बड़े एरिया में मुझे. वाह भाई वाह. blueback wyvern. चलो.
This must be our wyvern. All right, let's get this over with.
Mash.
Help me, boy.
Nah.
Too slow.
Too slow, जैसे उसने कहा. आजा. जा. जाते काफी ज्यादा डैमेज किया होगा. ओ फिर से 49 यार. 50 से जस्ट कम. अरे मैं एकदम एंड में करना चाहता।
Help me, boy.
Enemy slain. ये ठीक है, पर मैं मेन जो चाहता हूँ raptor liver. Some naturalists believe that it is the blueback wyvern's proclivity to feed on carrion that results in their livers becoming so engorged, and that the saint's bonnet with which they follow their meals serve to ameliorate this effect. Others claim that it is the blooms themselves which cause the damage, the wyverns being so taken with the flower's taste that they cannot resist.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
Oh, मुझे लगा था वो छोटा वाला जो है वहाँ पे blueback wyvern होगा। ये बड़े वाले में मुझे पाने के लिए ढूंढना होगा। उल्टा निकला। सही है। वो रहा, वो है सेंट्स bonnet।
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
I mean, समझ में आता है वो बड़े वाले में वरना वो क्यों होता, क्या बोलते हैं, ब्लूबैक वाइवन। मेरे दिमाग में भी वो था, ये यहाँ पे क्यों है जब वो छोटे वाले में होना चाहिए था उसे। वो इसलिए था क्योंकि वो बड़ा वाला ब्लूबैक वाइवन के लिए था, आसानी से मार दिया।
Should we listen to?
All of them.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
Saint's bonnet. इसका पढ़ा नहीं ना। While this pungent herb, once known as Drake's mint, has no known curative properties, it does have the ability to mask foul odors and flavors, which is why it is found in recipes involving particularly foul-smelling flesh, such as the lights and livers of wild beasts. अगर वैसा है तो ये वो पुराने वो क्या बोलते हैं, स्कॉर्पियन स्टिंगर का वाला जो बनाया था ना स्टिंगर से, उस पर भी इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए ना, क्योंकि फाउल ओडर ही है उसका मेन इश्यू।
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as saint's bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavour and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking, but I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable, and I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
बंदा कुछ भी खा लेगा, जीवान बंदा। चलो एक और एक्सटिंक्ट डिश को वापस ला लिए। अब देखते हैं गोट्स क्या चाहता है। ये शायद पहली बार गोट्स हमें कोई किस दे रहा है ना। पहले इसके बारे में कहते हैं। I reckon these skies are enough to give anyone the collie wobbles, but I am not gonna sit around hanging my head and twiddling my thumbs. Did enough of that back into inside while you were busy fighting that horrible dragon, and then that even horribler one.
But no more.
From now on, I'm gonna do what you lot do, and properly pull my finger out, no matter how much my knees are knocking. Can't have Nan and Blackthorn thinking I'm a great big wet blanket now, can I? So don't you worry about me. You just stick to what you do best, saving the world. A rub, an eye for an eye. Side quest.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like, said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hating people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
An eye for an eye.
Nan sometimes sells swords and that, but never to anyone who's not a friend of ours. That's how it's been for as long as I've known her. You don't think it's true what people are saying, do you?
चलो देखते हैं ये एक्चुअल में कोई होगा ऑफ कोर्स कोई ना कोई प्रॉब्लम वरना ये साइड क्वेस्ट नहीं होता.
Lady Charon, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then, both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are ya? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dallimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Charon. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Well, yeah, आसानी से हो गया.
I spoke with Lady Charon.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Charon ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
I'll find out who's been making up lies about poor Nan, and when I do, I don't know what I'll do, but it won't be pretty.
चलो चलते हैं डालमिल में फिर पता लगाते हैं कौन रूमर स्प्रेड कर रहा है लेडी कैरन के डालमिकी एंड रिपब्लिक
Look what they've left us with. We have a hard time bringing this way.
किस तरफ से जाना है इधर से ही ना हाँ
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Already मेरे हिसाब से कोई मुसीबत में होगा.
How the hell did they find it? No one knew where I was keeping that kill.
The finest sell swords in Storm couldn't hold a candle to our new town guard.
Could be I know something more. What's it worth to you?
I've got 100 gil and a chocobo feather. Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Charon's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalimil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Charon hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goods.
Edge of town, huh? अरे यार पूरा.
The finest sell swords in Storm couldn't hold a candle to our.
If only everyone here didn't have to look so glowery.
पूरा पीछे जाके उधर पहुंचना होगा इधर से क्योंकि कोई रास्ता ही नहीं है इधर पहुंचने का.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping.
ओए क्या कर सकते हैं?
What a mess. Where do we
It has long been my habit to keep a watchful eye on the comings and goings around Dalimil. I shall continue to do so, that our people might be warned of any further attacks. I pray that you continue to play your part too, not of outlaw, but of hero to the hopeless.
Okay.
You fought very bravely. We would have been lost without you.
Knowing that you would have all been there to pick us up if we fell, gave us more than the courage we needed.
The safety of the town is in our hands now. We mustn't let Dalimil down.
मैं अभी इतने पास आ गया हूँ तो उसकी जरूरत क्या चौकोबो की? हाँ.
Time to brave the viper's nest.
वही बंदा है क्या ये?
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
ये मरने वाला है. ये सारे मरने वाले हैं.
Leave now, and we can pretend this didn't happen.
अरे सबको मैं उसमें लाना चाहता था. सही में. मान में क्या? सब मरो. इतना आसान से नहीं कर. इससे सबसे पहले मारो. सही में. ओह, यहाँ पे जो है ना सब क्या मान में क्या इनके खिलाफ. अरे यार ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. ये चलेगा पर हार्ड मतलब जी सारे. यार ये मुझे मार रहा है तो कैसे होगा यार. मालूम क्या सब मरो. सब इसमें फंस गए. प्रचार सब नहीं. उसको कोई भी डैमेज नहीं हुआ. सही में. अबे यार प्रिसीजन डॉज नहीं कर रहा था मैं. ये मरा. ये मरा. इसमें ज़्यादा डैमेज हो रहा नहीं है पर चलता है। ये आखिरी बंदा है। इतना ज़्यादा क्यों हो रहा था उसका? समय क्यों लग रहा था उसे मारने में सही में?
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Charon's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Charon. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
रोते हुए भाग रहा था वो और बोल रहा है डरपोक हमें।
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Charon. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Charon.
Speak with Charon. Oh, आज बिजी हो या फिर संडे को स्ट्रीम नहीं करते हो आप?
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye. Well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been my right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalimil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Ooh, continental censer. According to Charon, a censer packed with herbs and ambergris can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. So you can read. Congratulations, Charon. वैसे अगर पीसी बना रहे हो अगले साल भाई भाई तो वो खुद बनाने वाला हो या प्रीमेड बनाओगे? खुद बनाओगे तो थोड़ा कम कॉस्ट लगेगा.
Let me help. I know my letters. Most of them anyway.
Very well. The more eyes we have pouring over
चलो अभी के लिए ये साइट को करते हैं. Purely tutor.